Have you ever felt like airports are designed to confuse you? Or maybe you've noticed that you always end up spending more than planned before your flight. Well, that's no accident. Airports are full of hidden secrets, from subtle psychological tricks to high-tech security measures that most travelers never even realize exist. And it's not just the airport itself. Airlines also have sneaky ways to maximize their profits while keeping passengers in the dark. But don't worry, by the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly what's going on behind the scenes and how to outsmart the system. So buckle up, because once you learn these secrets, you'll never look at airports the same way again. Airports don't just move people from one place to another, they're designed to influence your emotions and spending habits. Ever notice how the moment you step past security, the entire atmosphere changes? That's because airports use a psychological technique called softening the passenger. They design terminals with dim lighting, soft carpets, and relaxing music to make you feel comfortable and less rushed. And when you're relaxed, guess what? You're more likely to spend money. But that's just the beginning. Airports also use something called the golden walk strategy. Have you ever wondered why you're forced to walk through rows of luxury brands and duty-free shops before reaching your gate? That's intentional. Studies show that passengers who have time to spare are more likely to make impulse purchases. Even the scent of certain stores is designed to lure you in. Perfume and chocolate shops use fragrance diffusion systems to make their products irresistible. And here's a secret most travelers don't know: those huge sale signs in duty-free stores. They often display inflated original prices to make the discounts seem better than they actually are. So next time you find yourself wandering through an airport shopping area, remember, you're not just walking through a terminal, you're walking through a carefully designed spending trap. But what about your luggage? Have you ever wondered what really happens after you drop off your bags at check-in? It's not as simple as you think. The moment your suitcase disappears behind the conveyor belt, it enters a world of high-tech scanning, robotic sorting, and unfortunately rough handling. Many airports use sophisticated baggage handling systems that can process thousands of bags per hour, using X-ray scanners, barcode readers, and even artificial intelligence to determine where each piece of luggage should go. But here's the shocking part: airline staff aren't always as careful as you'd hope. Baggage handlers work under extreme time pressure, and in some cases, luggage is literally thrown onto carts. That's why fragile stickers often don't make a difference. And lost luggage? It usually happens due to misrouted barcodes, meaning your bag could end up in an entirely different city. Some major airports even have entire warehouses filled with unclaimed bags, some of which are auctioned off to the highest bidder. Want to increase your chances of getting your bag back? Always take a picture of your suitcase before checking it in, and attach a unique tag with your contact details inside the bag just in case the outer tag falls off. But let's talk about something even more mysterious: airport security. Have you ever noticed that security officers sometimes pull people aside for extra screening, even when they seem completely normal? That's because security doesn't just rely on metal detectors and scanners. Many airports use behavioral detection officers, trained to spot passengers who seem nervous, avoid eye contact, or act suspiciously. And speaking of security, those full-body scanners you step into, they don't actually create a naked image of you like some people think. Instead, they generate a generic figure and highlight any areas where hidden objects might be present. But what about random bag searches? Well, here's something surprising: those random checks. They're not always random. Sometimes, the system flags people based on travel patterns, one-way tickets, or even cash payments for flights. And here's a crazy secret: airports have hidden microphones in certain areas to detect unusual conversations. While it's mostly used for security reasons, it's still a little unsettling to think about. Now, let's talk about flights. Have you ever wondered why plane tickets fluctuate so much in price? Airlines use dynamic pricing, meaning ticket prices change based on demand, your browsing history, and even your location. If you search for the same flight multiple times, prices might go up because airlines know you're interested. Want to avoid this? Use incognito mode or a VPN when booking flights. And have you ever noticed that flights often board in a way that seems inefficient? Airlines actually use the boarding strategy designed to make people feel like the process is moving faster, even if it's not the most efficient way to load passengers. And speaking of in-flight experiences, have you ever wondered why airplane food tastes so bland? It's not the airline's fault. Your sense of taste is actually reduced at high altitudes. That's why airline chefs add extra salt and seasoning to meals. But here's a real shocker: most commercial planes can actually fly with just one engine. In fact, pilots are trained to handle engine failures, and modern jets are designed to land safely even if an engine goes out mid-flight. And if you've ever been worried about turbulence, here's some good news: turbulence almost never causes accidents. Planes are built to withstand extreme turbulence, and pilots know exactly how to navigate through rough patches. But let's end with one final airport secret. Have you ever noticed that most airport chairs are uncomfortable? That's because they don't want you sitting in one spot for too long. Airports want passengers moving through stores and food courts, spending money. From the way airports design their terminals to how airlines maximize their profits, everything is carefully planned. But now that you know these secrets, you'll be one step ahead the next time you travel. So, next time you're at the airport, keep an eye out. You might just spot one of these tricks in action.